Today we'll be sewing a fluffy Christmas stocking. I'm going to be using a primer stitch from Design Shop 12, and we'll also be using our Fast Clamp Pro with the upgrade kit. Let's go over the digitizing for this stocking. First, I've got my name just typed out in a simple athletic script font. I did adjust some of my settings. I brought my pull offset to around 2 points, my density to around 90%, and then my underlays are set to edge walk and double zigzag. This will just do a nice job of covering up any fluff on our stocking. Also, under my properties in this advanced tab, I've increased my fill overlap lines to around 5 points. This might be a little bit overkill, but this is going to ensure wherever it trims within the design that we've got some extra stitches overlapping each other just to prevent any fluff from poking out. Also, behind my name, you'll see I've got this primer stitch behind it. I'll go ahead and recreate that for you. So I'll select my text here, and then if I click and hold on our auto borders tool, you'll also see this generate basting / primer stitch tool. If I go ahead and select that and then hit OK, this will generate a very low density fill that'll sew before my name just to tack down any fluff in my material. Be sure to color match this basting stitch to your garment, otherwise you'll be able to see it. Now we can get this design loaded on the machine. Before we get this stocking loaded onto the machine, I want to note that I want to sew just through this white cuff, but if I leave this as is, I don't really have much clearance inside of here. So I will go ahead and turn my stocking inside out. This way, all of the red part of the stocking will just hang off the front of the machine, and I can sew through this white cuff here. Now we will get this loaded onto the machine. I will open up my fast clamp. We will slide our backing in underneath our backing holders here. Then I will grab my stocking, thread the cuff onto these lower arms, making sure that I've got clearance underneath for my sew arm. Once that's in position, we will go ahead and close these top jaws. Now, when we go to load the design, I want to make sure that I rotate it 180 degrees, so it'll be oriented correctly once this is hanging up on my mantle. Before we get this sewing, since I've got my stocking loaded on the machine upside down, I will open my transform menu, and we're going to rotate this 180 degrees just to make sure it's oriented properly. Then I'm going to bring my activated minimum up to around 10 points. I've already got my presser foot set to around 3 clicks up from the bottom, and my speeds around 1,000 stitches per minute. Now we will trace our design. And now that I'm happy with my placement, I can go ahead and get it started. Now that this is done, we'll go ahead and take it off the machine. We'll be sure to close my clamps. And here's that final embroidery. I think the primer stitch did a really nice job of tacking down that extra loft in the material. I'll go ahead and remove our backing. Now, the primer stitch does make it a little trickier to remove your tearaway backing just because the edges aren't fully cut away. So I will just very gently apply pressure on the embroidery on the backside with my thumb as I rip the backing away around it. Now that our backing is removed, we'll go ahead, turn this back inside out. We've got our final stocking.